We threw it out on Twitter for people to ask questions, and I'm just telling everyone right now, we took all the marriage proposals out. We took all the weird, perverted, sick questions that you sent us. We took them. I got a couple that were a little.
Trevor, your face when we said, so we asked on Twitter, and you were like, oh.
Yeah,
You must get asked the weirdest stuff, don't you?
All right, let's have a look at the first one, and we got some great questions. This one from Sean. Who said, what was it like to learn you'd been traded? Of course, we just passed the trade deadline in Vancouver. Cody Hodgson moved. What was it like to learn you'd been traded the first time?
Well, I mean, it was interesting. The first time I was traded was when, of course, Mike Keenan was here, right? So it was kind of like a...
Thank God!
Thank God I got to leave. And I tell people that I left at the worst time. Yeah. And when I came back, Brian Burke was here, Mark Crawford, the team was... So I missed all that crap in the middle. So
Good timing.
I was kind of like...
But it must have been sad, because, I mean, this was the team that you broke into the league with.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's two things. I knew I had to go. I knew it was just inevitable. Kirk McLean and Marty Gellin had been traded like 6 weeks before me. And I knew it was just going to happen, right? Yeah. So, but at the same time, it was very hard. I was devastated. It was sad. It's like you're breaking up with your first girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I mean, guys! See you later.
See you later. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
This one comes from Kulpreet. What do you think can be done to improve awareness and support for mental health among hockey players of all ranks? Because, of course, we've seen a lot of this in the past while, and it's been heartbreaking.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the important thing is that mental health is an issue in our society. It's not hockey. Yeah. Just hockey. Yeah. You know, it's across all walks of life. You know what I mean? And I think when you see, you know, the onus put on, and people are talking about it now. You know, you know, and that's.
It's such a progressive conversation to have in any situation, but especially, you know, athletes are put in this position where you are role models in the world. So when you see guys like Kevin BX has been such a great advocate, and you see these guys talk about it in an open way.
Mindcheck.ca has been just was launched by the Vancouver Canucks, and you know, when you think about that type of thing, Bell Let's Talk Day, you know, I mean, amazing concept, and I think it's mental health issues are throughout all societies of life, and certainly hockey's no different. You know, basketball's no different. Sports, you know what I mean? And
you look at your circle of friends, family, extended. Once you extend it out, you don't go very far before you run into it.
Every family has someone that they can say has struggled with some mental health issue.
And the great thing about the Canucks starting Mindcheck is that people look up to hockey players. They'll start talking about it because they see these big guys saying, you know what, you can talk about it.
Yeah. And when you see the reach that the Vancouver Canucks have to help people, you know, it's amazing. When you see like the
cross cultures, genders,
the Twitter, the Facebook, and the power they have to get the message out, and they do a great job of it, is incredible. So hopefully it helps and reaches people, kids that need help, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Good question, Kulpreet. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is from Roshan. What is he doing these days? How often does he still play hockey? And does he miss travel training crowds? Let's talk the hockey question.
Let's go.
How often do you play?
When is the last time?
My last time I played was April 5th, 2008, which happens to be against the Calgary Flames. It was my last game. Yeah.
You never have gone on the ice to play hockey
and I'll tell you the story why. So for 20 years, I played in the greatest game in the world, the National Hockey League, right? I'd walk in the dressing room and walk up to my stall. There was my nameplate, all my equipment hanging perfectly, fresh laundry,
smells good.
Shoes, sticks across the wall.
Was it the smell of the hockey bag? Is that what made you stop?
So I'd go out and play the game, come back in, throw my gear back in the stall, walk out of the room, get on the plane, go to the next city, and walk in that dressing room. There's my equipment.
It is. It's magic.
Hung, name bar.
I never thought about that.
Clean laundry, sticks on the wall, play, throw the stuff in the stall. Next city, same thing. So who's going to carry my bag and do my laundry now, right? I mean,
Trevor, I will. I will do it. I'm sure there are a raft of women in our studio that would help you out with it.
And do you miss the traveling? The crowds must be something that you do miss.
I miss the guys. I miss the competition,
camaraderie.
Yeah, and I miss the challenge. I miss the games. Towards the end of my career, we'd go into Calgary and Edmonton, these places, and there'd be more Canuck fans. I mean, it was a fantastic atmosphere, and just like the guys when they play down in Phoenix or in the desert or
LA,
LA Anaheim, it's such a great atmosphere.
You know what's interesting to me is that is what you're doing now. I mean, with the whole fitness facility and Club 16 and everything, you're still doing that. Like, you know, you're building this team around you, and you're working with other people all the time. So it's fascinating, the correlation.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of similarities. I mean, I loved what I did for 20 years. I was so lucky to do it for as long as I did. Having said, but I knew that it was time to move on. And I mean, I'm very lucky to play as long as I did.
Trevor, don't fool yourself. You could still play, man. You could.
I tell Coach Vino, I say, listen, because he always jokes when he sees me, geez, you're looking good, Trevor, you're in good shape. I say, hey, listen, anytime you need me, I'm ready to roll, all right? So I'm still waiting for the call. It's been 4 years.
How many people ask you to come out?
I'm getting it.
Come out and play for their beer league team? Like, just one shift, man.
And I tell them, I say, I haven't played in 4 years. You'd be very disappointed in me. So.
Leave on a high note.
Careful what you wish for.
Okay, we have time for 2 more. Let's get to this one. This is from Suburban Rush. You did a few adventure races for training fun in the past. Will you do some more?
You know what? I'm always into doing some different things. I love the mountain biking, you know, the kayaking, that sort of thing, the trail running, which I'm not a great runner, but you know, I always try to do some outdoor adventure stuff, and keeps you kind of with
and it's
it.
beautiful
and mix
here.
it up,
Why not?
right? Like, keeps it all fresh.
Best
Okay,
place in
last
the world.
question.
Last question. This comes from Beauty Buzz. Crystal wants to know, what do you use for skincare? It's for her blog. It's a beauty blog. It's a serious question, Trevor.
We had to sneak one in there. I didn't see that one.
Soap?
And he's a guy.
Yeah. See,
like every guy in
I
here.
would have answered, and I would have been able to name my actual moisturizer.
Trevor,
Linden.
thank you so much.
Thanks,
so
guys.
when is the big day? When are you opening here?
April 1st. We're going to have a few events leading up to it. The 28th, 29th, 30th down here at the Convention Center. Come say hi, check it out.
We'll be here.
A fun few days.
Guaranteed.
Sure.
The price is excellent on this, and it will be one of the most beautiful facilities in the world. Forget about it in the city. Imagine looking at the North Shore Mountains as you work out. Great staff, everything else. Trevor,
go to the website to find out all the information for the Club 16 near you. Of course, we're going to take a quick break.